Hello grade 8s and welcome to the Answer Series Natural Sciences videos based on our study guides. This video looks at what happens to glucose that is produced during photosynthesis in plants. In the previous video, we looked at how plants are able to trap radiant energy directly from the sun and use it to make energy-rich food molecules like glucose. Remember that glucose is an energy-rich sugar molecule that acts as a building block for larger carbohydrates. It is the main source of energy in all living organisms. We also learned that depending on a plant's needs, what happens to that glucose could be that it is stored as starch, that is a reserve source of energy in plants. Some of it can also be converted into other substances like cellulose for strength and support, proteins for growth, or fats and oils to provide seeds with the energy they need to grow and germinate. The glucose can also be used immediately to produce energy for the plant in order to perform all of these other functions. Glucose is a small, soluble molecule, meaning that it can dissolve in water. Dissolved glucose can then easily be transported from the leaves to the fruits, the flowers, the stems, and the roots, all of these different organs in a plant's body. All of these organs must receive glucose for their specific life processes. If glucose is not used immediately, it can be stored in these plant organs in an insoluble form. Starch is a larger, stable, and insoluble molecule made up of many glucose molecules, and therefore it is the storage form of glucose in plants. When plants need glucose, it can break down the starch to produce the glucose. Extra glucose can be stored as starch in the plant until it's needed. If we can therefore prove that starch is present in a plant, it means that glucose was formed during photosynthesis and some of that glucose was stored as starch. So the presence of starch indicates that photosynthesis has occurred. Iodine solution is an indicator for starch. It will change from a light brown color to a blue-black color in the presence of starch. You may have used iodine before when testing for starch in potatoes or bread. The iodine solution changes to a blue-black color because starch is present in the potato or bread. Potatoes are part of the roots of a plant, so a lot of the soluble glucose that the plant makes during photosynthesis is transported to the roots and then stored there as starch, so potatoes have a high starch content. Similarly, bread is made of wheat, which is another plant product. Wheat is the seed of the plant and it also stores a lot of glucose as starch. Therefore, bread will have a high starch content. Ultimately, we can prove that photosynthesis has occurred in any part of a plant if we can prove that starch is present. And in the next video, we'll look at exactly how to prove that photosynthesis has occurred in the leaves of a plant. Key terminology for this video includes glucose, starch, and indicator.
Check out the video description below for practice questions from our study guides. If you found this video useful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new episodes. Follow us on Instagram or Facebook to stay on top of the latest TAS news and launches. So that's it for now from the Answer Series, your key to exam success.